It's 9:09. We are back Friday afternoon, hour 20. And since we usually phone in the last hour anyway, we have Scott Sherman join us. You need to turn your microphone on.
Perfect.
You know, as the second best talk show host in the state, you think you need to turn your microphone on. You think you'd learn that.
This is why Cornbread continues to throttle me in the Missouri broadcasting.
It's outrageous. Number two. Hey, we're number two. It's 9:09, and we got all sorts of things with Scott Sherman. But first, kind of a big day down in downtown St. Louis. We find our very own Michael Golde is at Tucker and is it Market? Where are you, Michael Golde?
It's actually Tucker and Chestnut, just north of Market.
And you are there for the big ribbon-cutting ceremony. St. Louis University Law School is moving down to downtown St. Louis, right across from the courts building.
Yeah, that's right. The proximity to the courts was a big drawing point for their move down here. A lot of the law students have internships at the courts, so this is a really good move for them.
You are there via Skype, and so those who are watching on television on stltoday.com can get to see you as well as hear you. The radio people can only hear you, but set the scene for us. What's going on down there?
Well, the crowd has already started to gather behind me. I'll stick the camera in that direction. You can take a peek. The mayor is here. Father Biondi set to be on hand. He's going to bless the building this morning. You can see the large crowd, the tent set up for that ribbon-cutting ceremony set to take place at 9:30. The new building underwent something of a facelift. The original building was completed in 1964. It really looked more like a large cinder block with windows. They've given it a nice, fresh look with bigger windows, and the interior was completely revamped. They had space for students in there, and a 200-person courtroom, and all the latest technology. You're up to speed with all the latest standards in the industry.
Do we know how many people will be working in that building and or going to school in that building?
It's 1,200 students, faculty, and staff, so about 1,200 in total.
That's a nice little boon for the area. So 1,200 people, that building was vacant. Now 1,200 people are going to live there, work there, and play there. So that's a boon to the area restaurants for lunch, for dinner, for breakfast, you know, whether it's school supplies or shorts or hats or mugs or whatever else. That's a nice little boon for downtown.
Absolutely. They're already saying how great it is for the area. We've had a lot of law school students move into some of the new condos that are being built down here, and some more restaurants are popping up downtown, and they're hoping some of those law students frequent those establishments as well.
What about parking? Where are these 1,200 people going to park?
There is 100 new spaces indoor parking that in this building. I haven't taken a look at it yet, but that's what they tell me. There's some new parking in the building. There's also a garage across the street on top of the Smoothie King right there at Pine and Tucker. So I'm guessing, and there's also street parking, of course. So
yeah, that's that.
Shouldn't be that hard.
That's that Park Pacific building where they got all that new parking there. Do yourself a favor, go into the lobby of that building. It's absolutely beautiful. It's brass. It's covered in brass. It's actually outstanding. They just opened it up with some new restaurants down there. I bet you can't swing a dead cat down there without hitting a lawyer.
Yeah, I haven't started perusing the crowd yet, but I'm assuming a lot of lawyers and future lawyers are on hand. They've already had the orientation started earlier this week. So new lawyers, Mayor Slay, of course, a graduate of SLU Law School. He's here. He'll be part of the ribbon-cutting ceremony coming up in about 15 minutes.
There was also some talk with the downtown partnership about some type of light rail system that will carry law students and teachers, professors, and anybody else from the SLU Law School downtown back to the SLU campus on Grand. Anybody talking about that this morning?
I have not heard about that, but I know that it is a far cry. You know, this is not the first time that a law school has kind of been off campus. A lot of other major cities have their law schools located off their main campus, kind of closer to where the action is. But as far as the light rail goes, I can't speak to that.
How much money did this cost to renovate the building?
$30 million. They plopped a new pavilion and patio. They added the original building was 11 floors, and this new one is 12 floors. That includes the new pavilion and the patio up top. And that, of course, has the sweeping views of downtown. They've already had a lot of people coming in saying how they want to throw parties up there and even watch the 4th of July fireworks coming up. And it's going to be a real popular attraction.
So when you say that they plopped a floor on top of the building, is that some type of official construction term?
Yeah, flopping a floor on top.
Okay.
I don't know how exactly they went about building that. I guess it was more involved than just simply dropping the floor on top. But it is looking really impressive up there. I don't know if my camera will do it justice, but you can't get the best angle. But it is a fully glassed in, sweeping panoramic views. It's going to be a really nice thing. I hope to get up there and take a peek.
With Father Biondi set to retire, this is probably one of his last official duties. Any protesters out there? Anybody causing trouble for Father Biondi?
No, nobody causing trouble, although there is a pretty heavy police presence. They've got some of the streets here at Chestnut and Tucker barricaded off. But nobody protesting as far as I can tell, at least not yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Michael Golde Skyping in from the new St. Louis University Law School downtown $30 million renovation. It was a 12-story building, and they plopped a 13th story right on top with cranes and everything. It's a boon for downtown. It's good news for downtown residents. Michael Golde, great job on the Skype, and we'll see you when you get back.
Hey, thanks a lot, McGraw. Talk to you later.
You got it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Michael Golde right here on the Big 550 KTRS. If you want to see how that works, all you have to do is tweet us, follow us on Facebook, yell at us on Twitter, and it'll be out and about, and you can see. Scott Sherman, I'm sorry. I don't know if we do that because we can. I mean, it's kind of a big story. 1,200 students starting up in downtown St. Louis. That's good for downtown.
If there was a business that was bringing 1,200 people to St. Louis, it would be the front page of the St. Louis Business Journal.
That's right. It's a great story. $30 million renovation, but the fact that we can see it, and Skype in and listen to it and watch it all at the same time, that's just cool technology.
It's very cool, and the only place in town that can do
only radio station in town, and only TV station in town that has a radio station, and the only radio station in town that has a TV station, and we're the only newspaper that has a TV station, and the only newspaper that has a radio and a TV station.
It's a Rubik's Cube of greatness.
Oh, you know what? They don't call you the second best in the state for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, Alan Thicke has a son named Robert Thicke.
Robin Thicke.
This
is why you're not the second best.
But
That's why you're the best.
Robin's a guy, right?
Robin's a dude.
And Robin is being questioned about stealing the song of the summer?
Not exactly. He's going to court to tell a judge and try and show a judge that he did not steal an old Marvin Gaye hit.
Ha-ha. Stay tuned.
There's a tease.
We'll check in with Scott Sherman next, the Big 550 KTRS. Hey, you want to travel down to St. Louis? Sometimes it sounds like a foreign country. You might need a passport, but you need to talk Altair Travel and Cruises before you go anywhere to make sure it's all right.